Good morning, everybody. Jim Adkins here from Adkins Results Coaching with a small segment on self-motivation. How do you get there? And you saw my answer to my own question. You don't. You don't go to become self-motivated. You don't get to become self-motivated. Self-motivation is where you start. It has to be the starting point, right? Any goal that's worth working for has a starting point, and that starting point is the self-motivation. So I know you're yelling at me, well, that's my problem. I'm having a hard time getting started. Well, there can be a number of reasons why you don't want to start, or you haven't started yet, or you've started and stopped and you can't get started again, or you want to start again and you keep stopping. Whatever the game is that you're playing with yourself, there's a couple of simple tools that I give you right now that will help. When I say help, is that it's not going to fix the problem when I give them to you. When I share them with you, they're going to be tools in your toolbox that you can take out and use for the proper job. Got it? Okay, self-motivated. What does it mean to be self-motivated? Well, let's just break down the idea rather than the words or the concept. Okay, so just the idea real quick. What does it mean to be self-motivated? Well, it would mean that you get up off of your own butt and you choose to move towards a goal or choose to take an action that will help you benefit for whatever reason. It's action, right? How do we get ourselves to take action? Motivation. So I'm not a motivator. I heard Tony Robbins say this, and I like it, and it's okay. You can use my attitude as motivation. You can use my words as motivation. You can use the tools that I share with you as motivation to become a better person. Hopefully, my personality or some of the things that I do in life have reached a point to where that motivates other people to become better people. That's my goal, one of my goals. But I'm not here to motivate you. As a coach, I could stand behind you and kick you in the butt. I could hit you with a whip or whatever, you can do that, get up and run that extra mile. That's not really a motivator or a coach, in my opinion. Some coaches will do that if you need it. And then there are the other coaches that are, oh, poor baby, this is spiritual, and let's be in the moment for now, and bless her heart, and bless your heart, that works too. But I'm not that guy. I'm the information guy. I'm the person who wants to share with you all the information I can gather about a subject that will help you. And based on what you need, we can discover together the proper actions that you need to take to make it happen. Got a pen and paper? Get a pen and paper. Unless you're a nut like me and your mind goes 90 miles an hour, you're never going to remember everything I say if you just listen. I know videos are awesome. You can rewind them. But if you have a piece of paper and a pen or pencil, or crayon, whatever you need to color your world, get it. I'll wait. I'm done waiting. Okay. Number one, when it comes to motivation towards a goal, and we're discussing goals right now, okay? I'm sure anything can be a goal. I need to go get the lawn tractor out of the pole barn, but it's snowing and I don't have to, so I'm not going to. Why? It takes work. I got to jump start it, change the oil, get the blade sharpened, and make room in the garage. That's a personal thing, right? How do I get motivated to do that? Well, the need, first of all, the need for it will motivate me. When the grass starts to grow, you bet your butt I'm going to be out there getting in it. Maybe too late, but that's just how that works. Let me tell you why it doesn't motivate me so much to jump out there and do it while there's snow on the ground. And trust me, right now, April 15th, there is snow on the ground in northern Michigan. I digress. Why won't I go do it now? Consequences. This is one of the stumbling blocks of self-motivation. Consequences. And the word itself is not one of my favorite words, but let's talk about it. Some people motivate away from, some people motivate towards. The consequences of going and getting the tractor out of the pole barn right now, consequences. I don't like that word. Don't really do anything for me. I mean, the grass isn't too high. If I don't do it, there are really no consequences other than I might get nagged a little bit or rubbed. Hey, you were going to go get that yesterday. What happened? they're not really a big deal. So I'm not motivated to take action. Another reason is it's not my goal. It's not something I want to do. My wife loves to ride the tractor and mow the lawn, and I can do it too, and I like doing it. It's fun. It's a little meditation time, but it was her idea. Hey, can you go? Let's go get that, right? Yeah, I need to go get that. I don't own the goal. So the number one tool today for you in self-motivation is own the goal. Whatever it is that you're supposed to do should be your idea. Lots of people get wrapped up and trapped in the idea that other people think you should be a certain way. Other people think you should be doing something else. Oh, you're better than that, or oh, you don't, or you need to do, or you need to lose weight, or you need to make more money, or you need to be doing this job or that job, and you fall into it because it sounds like an okay idea. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I will try that. Well, if the goal takes on momentum as their idea, they shared it with you. You'll see this with parents and kids a lot. A child will mention, hey, I'm interested in becoming an engineer or a financial consultant or a doctor. The parent goes, wow, that's a great, worthy idea. And so now everybody, the parent meets, hey, my son's going to be an engineer. Hey, my son's going to be a doctor. Hey, my daughter's going to be a doctor. And pretty soon they believe the goal. It's not theirs. They don't own it, but they think it's a great idea. And it sounds like a good idea. And they go through life pushing towards this goal. And pretty soon they realize it's not really their goal. It's somebody else's goal. And it may not be where they want to be or be happy doing so. And they change directions and they feel bad about it. Don't do that to yourself. Own your goal. Now, what if somebody does say something and it does resonate with you and you're like, yeah, I am going to do that. That is something I've wanted to do forever. I'm going to do it. Then you need to take ownership of it. It's for you. It's not for anybody else. Okay? You're not doing it because somebody else said so. Now, you can do it. And I've got some people that do this, and it's a wonderful motivator to surprise somebody else. You got, hey, wait till they see me this way, or hey, wait till they check out what I did, or I cannot wait to share my success with that person. Gotcha? So you can do it for that reason, but own it. Make it your own. Make sure that it's your goal. It's for you. You're not becoming a black belt because somebody else said it's a cool thing to do. You may start that. I want to be a black belt because Bruce Lee is cool. And you start and you get going, and then you realize, hey, this isn't anything like I thought it was. It's more, and I want it for myself. And you become the black belt. Good. So number one rule, own it. Own it, own it, own it. Learn the difference between a dream and a goal. Dreams are fluid. They're fanciful. They can be extravagant, and they might lead you to a goal and start to motivate you to move toward a goal. But a goal needs to be clearly defined and visualize it every day. It needs to be in the now. It needs to be right away. It needs to be stated in the positive, and it needs to be you. Do that, and your motivation is easy. Motivation is where you start, not where you end up. You cannot become motivated. You start off with motivation. All right, ask yourself 3 questions, and I'll get out of here. Anytime you look at a goal or something, and listen, don't just pick a goal and make it a dream or whatever. Really define it. Make it simple, but define it. Okay? And then ask yourself these 3 questions. 1, can you do it? Can you do it? And remember, what we're talking about is motivation. This is how you start the goal. Can you do it? If you can answer yes, that's 1 of 3. I want you to be able to answer yes to all 3 of these questions. Can you do it? Do you have the time, the knowledge? Do you have the training? Can you do it? If one of those things is a not so sure, reach out and get it. Reach out and get it. That's how you start motivation. Number 2, will it work? How can I phrase this for you? Do you believe that what you're going to attempt is going to work? If you don't believe it can work, it's not. It's not going to work. You have to know deep down that it's worthwhile It's definitely, and if you haven't ever seen it done before, like the 4-minute mile, right? You may think it's impossible, but if you're an innovator, if you're a motivator, if you're a leader, those are the things we look for. Nobody's ever done it before. Great. That means I'm going to be the first one. I love that because that's me. If nobody's ever done it before, good. I want to be the first one to do it, and I want credit for it. That's the hard part. All right. So number 2, can it be done? Will it work? Okay. Do you believe it's going to work? You need to answer yes to that question. Number 3, is it a worthwhile effort? Is it worthy of your time? Is it worthy of your effort? Is the end result worth what you're going to put into it? This is where the word consequences can fit in there, because if you motivate away from and you change this question to what if I don't do it, and then you list consequences for the not the lack of action, it might propel you away from it. I'm not that guy, but I sympathize and I empathize with people that are that way. I mean, there are certain things you don't want to happen and you move away from those, but it's not my number one motivator. Okay, I'm more motivated toward possibility than consequences because I don't believe in the uncontrollable negative consequences. I believe everything happens because of your action or inaction, decision or indecision, and I'm the one that takes responsibility. So if you're the type of person that moves away from consequences, it's okay. Build that list. And number 3 should be, what's going to happen if I don't do this? Then answer the question, is it worth doing? Yes. I don't want to be there. I want to be there. Yes, it's worth doing. Those are the 3 questions. Got them? I do them again. I wrote them down for you. 1, can you do it? 2, will it work? Do you believe in it? And 3, is it worth your time and effort? There you go. Own your goal, and motivation is easy. If you're having a hard time getting up to work out in the morning, it's probably because somebody else told you you needed to do it. Mr. Vomikel, did you do your push-ups today? Don't do it for other people. Do it for yourself. Own the goal. It's got to be your own now. Let's say I tell you to do push-ups. Why am I telling you to do push-ups? 1, I want an exercise in willpower for my black belts. When I tell my black belts I want 250 push-ups a day, that's my black belt requirement. 250 push-ups a day. It's not just about doing the push-ups and the exercise. It's about exercising the willpower as a black belt to get it done. Once it's done, here's a little secret. I don't really check on it anymore. I know that they have the willpower to do whatever they need to do in life to get it done. But until they do, I want 250 push-ups a day. Follow me? It's not the push-up. It's the action, the willpower. I know Mr. Voinkle, Mr. Denny, and all those guys are going, that son of a bitch. I love that response. All right, you guys, I love you. Until next time, get motivated. I'm not your motivator. You're going to motivate yourself. Motivation is where you start, not where you end up. Own the goal. Answer the 3 questions. Make the goal worthy instead of dream. Shoot for your dream. I miss you guys, man. We got to get together and hit each other, Mr. Voinkle. I'm going to post videos for my martial artists on here, so I apologize if you're a subscriber and you get a bunch of bells today. I'm doing Tiger and the Crane. I'm doing the 6. I'm doing knife stuff for St. Charles, Mr. D'Artagnan. I'm doing sword stuff for Denny and Anna Serrano, ninja stuff. And those are going to be private links, the weapon stuff. I'm doing answering questions on 5 swords, and I'm doing some brown belt stuff for Mr. Beeman on here. But and that's all I got answered questions for. But if you want the sword or the knife stuff, you have to reach out to me. You have to be a subscriber. I will share the private link with you. It's going to be on YouTube. It doesn't cost anything. You have to be a subscriber, and you have to reach out to me and introduce yourself. If I don't know you, that's okay, but I will research who you are. I want to know who I'm sharing the weapon stuff with. All right, you guys, have a fantastic day. Until I see you next time, on your mark, get set, grow.